It has been a very interesting experience navigating my own cultural identity against my religious beliefs, and maybe not my religious beliefs, but the religious beliefs of my family. My name is Esteban Herevia. My pronouns are he, him, his. I am the president and CEO of Spokane Pride, and let's talk. I first came out when I was 15. And I actually told my parents, I think I might be gay. That's the language that I used. It did not go well. And I want to preface this by saying that my parents and I, our relationship is strong now. They are my biggest champions. Everything that you would want in a parent-child relationship, I have now as an adult, and I cannot be more grateful. But at the time, they didn't know what to do. And the only expression and the only way that my dad could choose to respond in that moment when I came out was violence. He beat me until I was unconscious. My mom had to basically drag my body into the house to keep me safe. And from that point on, I realized that I was no longer safe in with the family in the house. Yeah, basically I was homeless after that point. And so we separated. I was away from them for about 7 years. My dad and I didn't speak again until I was 23. My mom and I re-reconciled a little bit faster. It was hard, having to get myself through high school, having to get myself through college, having to figure out how to navigate the world without support. Without a support system was really difficult, especially in those formative years. I turned to the church as my response. So I got really involved in church, and I wanted to get rid of this great sin that I was told was in me, and so I went through a process called conversion therapy. Conversion therapy is an unofficial, unapproved, and banned in most states, thankfully now, therapeutic practice used by religious organizations to make LGBTQ plus people straight. I have to admit that what I experienced was pretty mild compared to what other folks experienced. They would have us go through, exercises where, what if you died of AIDS? What if you were killed? It was pretty intense. At the time, I was working at a Christian college, and the university had received what was called a religious institution exemption through the Title IX. And what a religious institution exemption does is it allows the university or the school to discriminate in their hiring against anybody who's LGBTQ+. So rather than go through the trauma of that and being fired from a school for saying who I was, the opportunity opened up for me to move here. And that's how I ended up in Spokane. When my friends were trying to convince me to move here, we had gone out to the Coeur d'Alene Lake, the beachfront. When we were leaving, this group of men, they decided to walk up on me and try to not necessarily use force, but you could tell that they were not gonna let me walk by without. And it was a very interesting experience of watching, having it happen in real time and realizing oh, they don't want me here at all. They're trying to let me know that I'm not welcome in this space. So I avoid. If I don't know anybody there, I'm not gonna go. I think I find most days that I just have to be true to me. I have to tell my story in the ways that I've come to understand it, and I also have to navigate the world in ways that I know to be true. It may not be true for others, but I know it makes sense for me. And I'd much rather move with grace and love first than with hatred and separation.